What's up, you guys? Steven here for OTS Movies, that's Off the Shelf Movies, and I'm going to give you a traditional movie haul. Just a bunch of pickups that I've made over the past little bit of passing time. I don't know, the last month or so maybe? So I want to start off with this movie. I am part of a fantasy film ball group here. We also play an Oscar game, and we do all kinds of other nonsense on TikTok. If you're watching this on another platform, then you need to get over there and join us because it's really fun. We play an Oscar game also. And I won the Oscar game. It is also my birthday coming up in April. They sent me a movie. I don't know if this is for my Oscar game win or for the birthday yet. I'll find out from them soon. But I did win the Oscar game, and I got this from them, the Wishmaster collection from Vestron Video. I love Vestron Video. I love to get as many of their releases as I can. Things that I like, obviously. I try not to have things that I don't like. And I haven't actually seen all of these, but I do really enjoy the first film. So I'm excited to dig in and watch them all. There's extras. I'm so happy they sent this. Thank you guys so much. I'm tagging them in the video. Go and follow them if you don't. They all do really cool content. So, first up. Next up, I got some stuff at the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Convention. You may have seen the video that I posted about the filming that I did there. Well, I have a couple of movies that I got upgraded. The first one is my copy of Halloween 3 from Scream Factory. Tom Atkins was there, and I had to get him to sign this. I love that he actually had green ink. It really kind of matches the art, and he gave me a quote from the movie along with his signature. He was very cool, very personable person. He was having a great time meeting with fans and stuff, so that was really great. It's really hard to decide what movies to get him to sign. He's done so many cool movies. So I narrowed it down to two. I did, obviously, Halloween 3, and then I went with The Fog, because John Carpenter is my favorite director, and, you know, he's in two Carpenter films that are of note. So I went with this one. Now, I think this slipcover is fine, but it's nothing special. I think I like it because it matches my other Scream Factory releases, but I chose to instead have him sign the alternate artwork on the inside because I think it's cooler. And again, he signed and gave me a quote from his character. So that was really cool. One thing I can't show you here is there was another Jason from the Friday the 13th franchise there, and I have that big Scream Factory lithograph, and every time I meet a different Jason, I'm getting them to sign that. I'll have other people that were in those movies sign it too. It's not just for Jasons, but they're the most important. Also, there was a physical media seller there, and they had some boutique stuff. I saw this Dog Soldiers 4K from Scream Factory. I never added it to my collection. I really wanted it. They had it for $25, which I think is a decent price for brand new, but they were really kind enough to give it to me for $20, so I feel really happy with adding that to my collection for $20. If you haven't seen Dog Soldiers, I recommend. Next up is a friend over on TikTok, Avocado Antics 94. If you don't follow her, you really should. Sent me a few things. She had picked this up really cheap, was gonna watch it, then decided against it, kind of lost interest, and asked me if I'd like to take it off her hands, and I said of course I would. And it is Handmaid's Tale season 1. We're still waiting on the 4th season, and I hope final season. They need to finish this because Angela Moss is too big now. She's doing too many movies. She doesn't have time for this nonsense. Or it could be that she's doing too many streaming shows, because I think she's doing some other shows too for maybe Hulu or some international type shows. Either way, I like the show. I'm happy to have this in my collection. Hopefully I can get them all. I don't double, triple, quadruple dip movies very often. The only exception is Halloween is my favorite film of all time. Many of you know from watching my videos that I have both 4Ks because the Scream Factory 4K has the better bonus features. The Lionsgate 4K has the better color grading that's more accurate to the film. So I have two already. I also have the VHS, and she had this one and asked me if I'd like it, and I said, heck yeah. It is the old Anchor Bay book release of Halloween. I really wanted this because it does have some different extras, I believe. If it doesn't, it's still fine because one thing it has that I can't get anywhere else is it has a built-in little booklet, which is really cool. I had this at one point and flipped it for an upgraded release, but that was a time when I wasn't double and triple dipping on this movie. I've decided I will let myself double and triple dip, quadruple dip, whatever, on this one and this one alone. So happy to have this. Thank you, Anna, for sending that to me. She had gotten this movie from another creator, watched about 30 minutes of it, realized it wasn't for her. She just wasn't going to dig it. It's a 3.5 out of 5 for me, but that means I still like it, and I will revisit, and that is Dune. So she sent me the Dune 4K, which I'm very happy to add to my collection. Next up are some Walmart pickups. First we have Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 1. There was a good sale for this, so I swooped it up. If you like old school Star Trek, more of the First Contact, visiting new worlds, kind of really traditional Star Trek and not as much the space battles, then this is for you. It is very retro. The story is set before Captain Kirk on the Enterprise. I really love this one. I think they're doing a great job with it on Paramount Plus, and I highly recommend. Hopefully we get all of these. We get their entire run on at least Blu-ray. Also, I love Babylon 5. If you like Star Trek, you will like Babylon 5 also. There are some fantastical elements in Babylon 5, but they are very, very much in the background compared to the Strange New Worlds, meeting new aliens, political intrigue that is on the space station. Kind of Deep Space Nine, except I actually think Babylon 5 is better than Deep Space Nine. So, there was an animated movie made set in the early era of Babylon 5. So, I'm very excited to give this a watch, because I love all things Babylon 5. My fourth favorite film of last year had not been added to my collection yet. I was kind of waiting to see if we were going to get a 4K. We haven't, so I bought it, and now we're probably going to have a 4K. That's just usually how things roll. This is Poor Things. Poor Things is now in my collection, so get ready for your 4K to come out. But I love this movie. I want to support it. Emma Stone deserved the Oscar in a big way. She wasn't my pick. This was one of the ones I missed in our Oscar game, but she deserved it. Very great film. There were two women coming of age, young women coming of age stories. Last year there was Poor Things and there was Barbie. Hot take, I think this one is much more complex and interesting than Barbie was. Barbie's social commentary was important and needed to be out there for especially girls, young girls, but I think in a level of complexity, you can't beat Poor Things. So good. All right, and the last thing from Walmart is I have not been partaking in their new exclusive steelbooks, only because I don't get to Walmart that much. But I have been wanting to, this is a whole sci-fi thing happening here, I've been wanting to slowly add everything Battlestar Galactica to my collection because I love the early 2000s Battlestar Galactica reboot. I love Mary McDonald in that. I love Katie Sackhoff. I love everything about that one. And I have that box set. So I want to get the original series too. So we're starting with this glow-in-the-dark steelbook from Walmart of the movie. I don't know if this is the movie that started the series or this movie came after the original series from 1970s. But either way, I'm going to add everything Battlestar Galactica BSG to my collection, and this was out, so we now have it. And lastly, I am going to be doing a run of Heroes in my private Discord. You can join me. You can watch the show with me and critique it, discuss it. I want to look at it in comparison to today's superhero offerings, see how it holds up, and also kind of jump into it where it fell apart. We know that the strike had a big impact on Heroes back in the day, and I want to revisit the show with that in mind and kind of be talking about it and doing videos and that kind of thing. You can watch with me if you're a subscriber on my TikTok channel. It's just $3 a month. Hit that subscribe button. You can hit the button right there if you're on TikTok right now. If you're not, you're watching this on another platform, the way you got to go to TikTok and subscribe. It's the only way to do it. So I needed to make sure I had everything Heroes. So now I do. There was an opportunity to swoop it up. Oh, wait a minute. There was one other thing I grabbed at Walmart. This got out of order somehow. But I have Oppenheimer on 4K. I didn't get the Steelbook, but it was important to get this release because it has a third disc of bonus features, and I feel like later in reissues of the movie, to cheap out, they will take that disc out. So I wanted to make sure and have it. Fine, I don't really have to have the Steelbook, it's fine. So anyway, back to Heroes. We have Season 1. These obviously were picked up used. Let's see. Season 2. And Season 3. And Season 4. So some of these don't have slipcovers, which is annoying. I would love to have the slips for Season 3 and Season 4 and Season 1. I only have a slipcover here on Season 2. But I didn't want to spend a lot of money on these. I really don't have the money to spend on a big box set of Heroes. So this is how we have them, so we can actually watch them on that Discord. Anyway, that's it for this pickup video, this haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys have been picking up. And until next week, pull something cool off the shelf, share it with your friends and family, and remind them why physical media is the best way to watch films and TV at home. I'll see you guys on the next one.